A God-fearing woman never fear no man. She not afraid to go out and lend a helping hand. Her value worth more than any jewel, no matter the cost. Blessed in many ways, her house lifted, not loft. See, you gotta understand the works of this worthy woman. Proverbs 31 got the note, you need to review it. See.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to P31 Podcast. Today, we are talking about you need to stop looking at the clock. You need to stop clocking Jesus and trying to figure out what timing he's on. Instead, worry about if you're connecting with God and walking in his path. Yes. So we're going to get into that all today. And our first foundational scripture is James 4, verse 13.
Yes, and it reads, "Now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money. Why? You do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them." Whew. That was kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Because as I was reading it, that verse where it says, if the Lord's will, we will live and do this and that. It just reminds me of like how our grandparents always like, if Lord willing, it will happen. Exactly. It was like, man, is God gonna take you out tomorrow? Like, why are you saying that? Anyway, that's a little funny snippet that I got out of it. But
no, that's so true. No,
it is
true. And that really, when I first read that verse, that really got me where it says, for anyone who says, go today or tomorrow, I will go to such city or continue that year and buy and sell and get gain. That's what it says in the King James Version. It's like, we be quick with it. We'll be quick with it. Oh, I want to go do this. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that. Or we're so quick to be like, I know, like within my own will, I'm going to step out and I'm going to go do this thing, which is great to have confidence. Not saying you shouldn't have confidence in yourself and the things that the gifts the Lord has given you. But remember, those are the gifts the Lord has given you. Mm-hmm. That God is willing your path. God is stepping into that. God is walking into that. That's what we're trying to remember in the season. Not just, oh, I can. Yeah, you could. Right. But that's not what God blesses. God blesses the things that he has ordained for your life.
I think where I got most out of that scripture is we carry on life so much. Like, we think so far ahead. We are just striving to get there and to continue, like, to hit all of our goals. But we don't take time to see where God is taking us. Yeah. Like, we're just going through life. Like, it says, today or tomorrow we will go do this or that city, spend a year there. We have it all planned out. Like, okay, this year I'm going on 3 trips. This year I'm going to make $10,000. This year but we don't take time to sit down and ask God what plan he has for the year in order. Like, he'll give you the desires of your heart, right, but it might not come the way you want it to. And so it really also comes down to verse 15. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this and that. Because if it's not in his will, if it's not in his plan for you to achieve those things, he may have something so much more. He does have so much more for you to achieve in that year. And sometimes we are not prepared to hold the blessings God has for us. Yeah. Like, he has to prepare our heart posture in order to achieve those. Like, yes, I want to save $10,000. Like, anybody that wants to save $10,000 this year, okay, you can save it, but do you know how to store it? Right. Do you know how to not go and spend it because you saved it? Like, okay, now let's ball. I'm going on 3 vacations because I have this extra $10K. Yeah. No. And so, do you know how to store it? Do you know how to take that and multiply it. And also that reminds me of the story of the master that gave his workers those 10 talents. He gave he gave one servant 5 talents. He went and multiplied it 2 times over. Then the next one, he gave 2 talents and he went and multiplied it. But there was one that was so stuck in his ways and was scared and afraid of what the master will say, or like if the master was going to even make it or to come back. He buried his talents and didn't multiply them. And I just read that in what book was I in? I think it was in Matthew. I've been in Matthew. But anyway, so it's literally the Lord's will. Like, whatever he gives to you, how are you storing it to multiply that? Like, are you prepared to hold the blessings and maintain the blessings that he gave to you? Because he'll give you a blessing, but if you're not in the right heart posture to hold on to it and to store it well, then you just fumble the bag.
When I was reading this and like when we were discussing this topic, what came to mind is like my pastor, he always gives like a word like for the new year, and he said to enjoy the journey. And I thought that was really good, and it went with this message so well, because like instead of looking at the time or looking at the clock, like just enjoy the journey, enjoy the wait, like, and you're in that season, enjoy that, whatever season you're in, enjoy that. So I thought that was really good. Let me see what else I took some notes down. Oh, also I wanted to say that God, he doesn't like no time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like that is not in his vocabulary. Like he don't know time. Like he just does stuff when he's just God all by himself, and he does stuff in his perfect time. Like we say time, but he just be doing it.
Exactly. He knows exactly when and why and how he's going to bring that thing into your life. It's like something that we have learned, something that the Lord had brought onto me sometime last year. I was always saying, I don't know if y'all know, but we know the trend that was going on. Like, if he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. Like, of course, like, you know, if they wanted to take you on a date, they would.
Yeah.
They wanted to show up for you at church, they would.
Yeah.
All these things, right? But I really had the realization, and like the Lord really put this on my heart. It's not if he wanted to, he would. It's really not. Because if he's a man of God, his steps are ordered by the Lord. So it's not if he wanted to, he would. Because his flesh might want to have you come and walk over here and be like, hi, my name is da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
But that might not actually be what the Lord is ordaining, right? But instead, he is listening to the Lord and listening to what the Lord has spoken over him. And the Lord is saying, stop. I know you see her. I know you see that she's gorgeous and that she's a woman of God and all the things, but you're not ready for her.
Yeah.
That might be what God is saying to that man. So it's not if he wanted to, he would. It's if God wanted to, he would. And that goes into any situation, whether it's like work, like, oh, you're wondering, oh, I have all the qualifications. I have the connection. I'm like, I go in this interview and I am smiling and it looks like we're having a great banter. But again, if that person on the other side of the desk is a woman of God, a man of God, that the Lord might tell them, don't give them the job. Even though on paper, it seems like you're the perfect candidate. They might say, no, that this is going to come down the line where they're going to have to leave the job because I'm going to bless them with this, or I'm going to give them that. It's like God knows what your plan is. He knows the steps. He knows the path that you're going on. So it's not if anybody else wanted to, they would. It's not if you wanted to, you would. No, it's if God wanted to. If your steps are ordered by the Lord, if you're a man or woman of God, you are walking in God's plan, in God's path, in God's will. So it's not if you wanted to, you would. It's not if he wanted to, he would. It's not if she wanted to, he would. It's if God wanted to, he would. He would bring that into your life. He would bring that into your things, whatever that may be.
I want to circle back on what Sarah said about God's timing, because what we know will take 2-3 years or whatever, God could catapult you into your next season, into what he has for you. Some people start a business and it takes them 10 years for that business to get off the ground. Yeah. Some people start a business and in a month they have 10 clients that are making $100K. He could catapult you. Did I say right? Catapult you, elevate you. He can elevate you quicker if you're in his will. If you're doing what he says, like like you said, if he wanted to, he would. If God wants you to be in a certain place, he will make sure you get there, because God's vision does not come without his provisions. It does not come without him providing everything you need to get to his vision, because it is will. It also makes me think of Abraham. Okay? Abraham and Sarah, they were waiting for the promise to be fulfilled. When Abraham got that promise, he was 75 years old.
Right.
He did not have Isaac until he was well into his 100s. It was 25 years.
In the name of Jesus. Lord.
It was 25 years later until that promise came to pass.
Yeah.
And it's not that God was testing them. They had to go through a process. I'm sure that their heart posture had to change. That God was testing their belief in him, that it was going to happen, but it also had to happen in the right timing, because that is the like God promised Abraham a lineage from his nations of nations will come from his lineage. He couldn't just do it at any time. It had to be the perfect timing. You don't know what else is happening, what chess pieces God is moving around in the world. Because in the world, you think it is just your environment, but it's the world. Like, things have to be in line. You don't know what policies need to be passed for you to do this at the correct time.
Yeah. That's good.
That's so good. And honestly, like, you have to think about timing. When you're looking at timing, you have to think about the fact that God is always working for your good. He's always working for you. Literally, he's always working for your good. So you can't sit here and be like, or you can sit here and be like, honestly, you can be in your head and you can be like, oh yeah, I feel like this would be the perfect thing for me. Like, oh, this job would be the perfect time. This would allow me to do this and this and that. Or it's like, oh, like getting this internship, or I don't know, like going on this trip would be the perfect opportunity for me to make content for this or do whatever it may be. But God sees the future. God already knows from the day you're born to the day you die. God already knows what's going to happen. So he knows that actually you think that if you got this job that you would be able to like pay for all your bills, Actually, no, because he might know that the person that you're interviewing with is actually planning on cutting your salary right after and saying that it's your fault. Or maybe this person is not actually doing their job properly and you're going to get blamed for their shortcomings. Maybe like things like that. God sees them. He already sees them. He's working for your good. When sometimes rejection is redirection. Sometimes rejection is redirection, and you need to turn your butt around back to your knees, back to your secret place, and be like, Jesus, obviously this wasn't for me. So you let me know. You let me know where I need to go. Because he knows. He's always working for your good. And even in things, y'all, if you don't get anything out of this, get this. Even in things where you are heartbroken, even in things where you are in disarray, where you feel just so boggled down and just sadness, even in those things, even in death, even in when things that you have hold on to for so long end, God is still working for your good. Because you do not know how those things or those people or these things being around your life could have affected you in the long term. We never know. We never know what would have happened after that death. We never know what would happen after that person left us. We never know what will happen after we didn't get that position or that opportunity. We never know what would have happened, right? So you need to remember that God does. God does know what would have happened. God knows all the avenues at which you can go. God knows every choice that you're going to make, and he knows which way it could go. And so he's protecting you. If you remember, and everything that we're saying, it's in the context of being a man or woman of God who allows the Lord to lead and guide you. So if you...
And being fully surrendered.
Which y'all haven't seen that episode, go back. The eye is right up top. Okay? But being fully surrendered, God is working for your good, and he's going to lead you down the right path. So even in those times of misery, in the times of hardship, remember that God is still working for your good. Everything is a lesson. Everything he's teaching you and allowing you to grow in that, and allowing you to grow for the next season, for that timing to come about, for that thing to be the time that God has ordained for it, for you to walk into that season being prepared, being ready, being pruned, and excited, and ready to steward that well.
a point that I want to bring up is while we're watching the clock, what are we doing in that timing? Because sometimes as we're watching the clock, we get weary if the promise is going to pass. Because Sarah in the Bible, not my Sarah.
Like,
Sarah in the Bible, Abraham. Back to that story.
Yeah.
She couldn't see the promise coming to pass. She put God on timeline. Oh, I'm in this old age. I'm gonna bear a child at 90-something years old, and she went and gave her servant to Abraham. And yes, did God bless Ishmael? Yes, he did. But that was outside of the will. It was outside of that way of God's ways for how he was going to bring the promise together. Mm-hmm. So then now God's got to handle something else. But at the end of the day, God knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
He knew that they were going to get weary. He knows our heart's desires. He knows our heart posture in these areas. So he knew that this could happen.
Yeah.
Honestly. And so how it's important to remember not to take the promise into your own hands as you're waiting, because that could set you back.
Right.
It could really set you back. And now you have to, the things that they have to deal with Ishmael and Hagar.
Yeah.
That whole situation could have been avoided. Mm-hmm. So them sending her away, then God bringing her back. Like, all of that could have been avoided, and the hurt and pains that came out of that if they just waited well.
Yeah, waiting was.
Yes. Are you waiting well? Can you wait well?
Can you wait well?
Those who wait on the Lord renew their strength.
They will light up on like eagles.
Yes.
And soar.
Oh no, scripture
like,
I'll
put it on there. Literally, and it's I mean, we know firsthand, because like everything we're telling y'all, we're telling ourselves. Let's be so for real, so honest.
We are speaking to ourselves.
Literally, we watch these back, y'all. We're like, oh, she was faithful. I need to write that down. I need to remember that. And it's like, we have been through seasons where we don't wait well. Mm-hmm. We've been through seasons where we're like, Jesus.
We're gonna make it happen by all means necessary. And then you'll be like, Jesus, please get me out of this mess.
We will literally push forward, be like, Jesus, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bless you with this. We're like, okay, no, bless me with this. Let me go out and get it. Huh? Didn't I just say I was gonna bless you?
Hand it to you. Some blessings you really don't even have to work for.
No. Yeah.
God is just gonna do it because he's such a good father. Like, there's some things your parents come in and be like, here you go. And you be like, what I did to get that? God is just that way. Like, no, because you've just been good. You've been faithful. You've been good and walking the walk and talking the talk. So here you go.
And also within Sarah and Abraham, and how you were saying that she brought all this extra stuff on herself that she didn't need to. It's like that can happen.
Because she brought jealousy that she didn't need to bring. She brought envy because Haggai has... Is it Hagar? It's Hagar.
Hagar.
Okay, Hagar. Haggai is another book in the Bible, y'all.
Yeah, which we talked about in episode 2. So
yes. It's still on my brain. Anyway, Hagar... Yeah, she brought all this resentment towards Hagar, and Hagar's like, I did what you asked me to do. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you being mean to me when I did what you told me to do? Yeah. So now you cause hurt in another person because they did what you told them to do, but you resented them.
Exactly, and it's just like, you can... And also, when you don't wait well, you can, like you said, take those promises in your own hands, take those things in your own hands and be like, yes, okay, so I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that, da-da-da-da. Oh, God, your timing's not on my timing, so I'm going to just throw that to the wind and go do my own thing. You'll be quick with it. Because you're just like, oh, I must have done something. And then you actually go do something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I must have done something not to receive that promise. Oh, I must have done something that, like, my timing's not right, or something like that. Or even, like, getting weary in the wait because you're sitting there and you're like, God, I'm interceding for people. I'm on my knees. I'm praying. Like, I'm connecting with you in every way I know how. But, like, nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what's going on? So then you're getting weary in that wait. So then you take the promise in your own hands. And then you end up hurting your promise, delaying your promise, delaying the blessing that God has given you, because you forget to rely on Him and not on the things that you see, but on the things that He tells you.
I also think that, what was I going to say? That you have to, like, or that everything happens for a reason. So, like, the things, like, that Sarah did, like, she did those things, but she had to learn. It was necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and she probably learned from them. Hopefully she learned from them. But it's necessary in some sense. You know, everything happens for a reason. And, like, I think about, like, me, like, going somewhere and then I don't end up going. And I'm like, oh, something happened. Oh,
yes.
Everything happens for a reason. Like, God knows.
Yeah, God knows. God knows where He's guiding you, knows where He's leading you. And you have to trust that. You have to trust that. You have to trust that. And I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, especially when you're watching the clock, which is why you need to stop watching the clock. Like the title says, stop watching the clock. Yeah. That's why you're getting boggled down in these things. Stop worrying about that. Look straight ahead. What do people always say? Run as fast as you can towards God. And while you're running, if somebody catches up to you, then maybe look to the right, look to the left. But that's it. Keep running. Keep going. Keep fasting. You're not doing this. We do not love God because He gives us stuff. Right. We love God because He first loved us. Yeah. We love God because He died on a cross. He's literally sent His only begotten Son to come die for us ungrateful sinners. We still ungrateful sinners, even after that man got up on that cross and laid down his life. Yes, He did. That's why we love Him. He shows up for us every which way possible. Even when we are literally running from Him as fast as we can. He's showing up. He's loving us regardless of what we do, regardless of how we go against Him. He loves us unconditionally and completely. That's why we love Him. Not because of the things that that He gives us. So stop looking at the clock and being like, God, where's my man? God, where's my job? God, where's my car? God, where's my house? God, why am I not financially stable yet? Like, stop looking at the clock and start looking at God. Start looking up. Start looking up towards the heavens. And remember where your help comes from. And that God has never left you or forsaken you before. So why would He start now?
Yeah. That's good. And focus on the things that you need to store in the season. Focus on what you need to be working on. How are you preparing for what you're asking God for? And working towards those things so He can bless you. So you are ready. I always give this example when I was in the car market because I really wanted a new car. Oh, yeah. I cleaned my old car out, baby, because I said any day I could trade this car in. And I don't have time to be moving this junk around. I don't have time to be cleaning it out at the dealership. No, here's the keys. You could take it. It needs to be easy transactions. When God blesses you, can it be an easy transaction? Can you give it up? Like, okay, I'm ready. Are you ready for what He has for you? Yeah. Or are you still stuck on the clock? Okay, when is it going to come? When is it that God's looking like, you have nothing prepared. You want a new house. You haven't even kept this house clean. You haven't even started packing. Go get the moving boxes. Okay. Go put stuff in storage. So when it's time to roll out, I only need to take these 5 pairs of clothes with me because everything else is packed up. Like, how are you preparing for what you are asking God for? Yeah. You're so focused on the clock and the time frame that you're not focused on the things you need to store it in order to receive those things.
Yeah. Because you said you want to be financially stable, but baby, every time you get a little extra money, you go spend it on Shein. You go spend that Old Navy. You go spend it at Walmart. You go spend it on IMG. You go spend it on, like, you just go spend that money. You don't save it. You don't put it in savings. You don't put it in a Roth IRA. You're not worried about that. You're like, okay, extra money. Woohoo, let's go shopping. Right. That's your thing, but you want to be financially stable. You want God to multiply your income even though you're not even using the income that you have right now properly. You want to enter a marriage, but you over here talking to this guy. Why would your husband want to deal with that? Why would your husband want to walk into that situation? Huh? You got your feelings wrapped up here, wrapped up there. Why would God send your man of God into that situation?
Just because we want God's best. I'm talking about marriage. We want God's best And God is going to give us the best, but you have to be the best for God to give to somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't be sitting here like, oh yeah, my husband's gonna lead and guide me. Yeah, my husband's gonna do this. My husband's
But
gonna
can
do
you
that.
submit?
But can he say my wife? Can he say my wife? Oh, my wife prays every day. My wife is on her knees. My wife is interceding for the Lord. My wife, you want that all in your husband, but are you doing that as a wife? And are you do that before you even become a wife? Because you prepared to be a wife before you enter into that season.
Yeah.
Really think about it. Really think about it. And that goes into any situation that you're interceding for, that you're praying for to God to bring you into. You have to start now. And you don't start when you get a lot of money. You don't start when you meet your man of God. You don't start when you hop on that plane. You don't start when you get 100 followers or 1,000 followers. You don't start then. You don't start then. You start before. You steward when you have the littlest amount. God says if you steward little, you will steward much well.
Yes. That's in the book.
That's in the Bible. Plain and clear. Plain and clear. Okay? It's like God does not want you to have the worst in this life.
Yeah.
He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. He wants you to have the best. The best of everything, the best food, the best relationships, the best jobs. He wants you to be fulfilled in your purpose. He wants to use you and guide you and use as a vessel in this world. So why do you think that you're watching the clock and he's not going to come? Like, why are you thinking that this time, every time you look at the clock, the time keeps changing, but nothing's changing in your life? Why are you worried that it's not going to come? Why? He shows his character in this word, and that's why you need to be in your word. But he shows his character. He shows that he shows up every time. No matter how long it is, whether it's 20-something years that you're waiting on this promise, whether it's 2 months. Either way, God is coming. He's working on it. His time is perfect and complete. So you have to trust that.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's episode 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Episode 4. Man, that was good, Alex. You wrapped it up nicely. Good kudos to do. You guys, thank you for watching this episode of P31 Podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, and remember you can watch and listen to us on all your platforms that you listen to podcasts. And remember to follow us on our personals. It will be in the description. We would love to connect with you guys. And also, if you haven't already, please follow P31 podcast _ on Instagram and all of our platforms. We love to hear from you. We're also still taking prayer requests, so please drop them in the comments below or DM us personally, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
She got fearing, she got fearing, she got fearing.
Catapult.
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 That's a big word for elbow. That's a big word for elbow.
That's the definition.
It's like one of the old timey medieval things that they like put the rock in or the thing in, and it would, like you pull it back and then it like shoots forward. Yes,
okay.
Catapult.
Gotcha.
Y'all.
We've been out of school for a second.
Oh, I'm so sleepy. Barely.